Why now then? Why, in this uncomfortable week between Christmas and New Year's, are we raising the price objective at this time? Following that, you added, I have a call to make. Indeed, because the bears are unable to locate AI in the spreadsheets, they are in hibernation mode. We're doing the work, you see. I think this year will end up being a record year because of the strength we're witnessing throughout the AI supply chain, not just through December. It goes without saying that Jim Cramer, like everyone else, is quite enthusiastic about Jensen's presentation, which is scheduled for Monday. Jensen is the longtime CEO of NVIDIA. As you mentioned, Sarah, artificial intelligence is once again in the news, but the stakes are bigger than ever. Investors and users alike are looking past the hoopla to find those practical uses. The elements are present now. As Sarah just mentioned, NVIDIA CEO and AI kingmaker Jensen Huang will open the conference with a keynote address on Monday in Vegas. You will probably provide a general summary of the market and our current situation. Based on the new Blackwell architecture that you've probably heard a lot about, industry observers anticipate a significant GPU boost with the RTX 5000 series. As a result of the anticipation for that presentation, NVIDIA's stock is up almost 7% from the previous session alone. The impetus is now on the industry as a whole for real use cases, such as agents and gadgets that go beyond the smart refrigerators and toasters that appear to have become CES mainstays. However, given how disappointing last year's high-profile AI products turned out, people demand more. There was the Humane Pin and Rabbit's R1 gadget. I'm not sure if you recall those, but they both failed. Apes were also widely available, but last year's shipments declined, and this year's PC sector growth is predicted to be weak. The idea that developments in large language models are pushing the market into a digesting phase, where the emphasis has shifted from raw innovation in those LMs to integration, optimization, and scalability, is another trend that contributes to this sense of urgency. It is one we discuss frequently on Tech Check. The soaring expenses associated with larger and better models are making investors more cautious. ROI is what they're searching for in applications. What better place to search than CES? Agents, AI that can reason and act independently to accomplish tasks, are another important battlefield. Instead of using new AI technology, those are increasingly being included into already existing gadgets and ecosystems, such as smartphones like the iPhone. Finally, folks, I would like to point out that CES has somewhat lost its luster and significance in recent years. The emergence of cloud and enterprise software at a consumer conference, as well as gimmicky or incremental improvements rather than truly revolutionary innovation, have all contributed to that. As we move closer to those game-changing apps, CES has a great chance this year to resurrect its role in the AI era. However, we're still searching, so perhaps CES will reveal us at least where some of those are going. AI is visible to the bears in the spreadsheets. That's how you know they detested Palantir as a teenager earlier this year, and as an 83-year-old senior living in Del Beach. But it's only the beginning of what I consider to be the software age of artificial intelligence. Which companies, Salesforce, Palantir, and I believe others like MongoDB, do you think we'll be discussing next year that weren't very active in 2024? You see, 2024 was all about Tesla and NVIDIA. Which names do you anticipate for 2024? Yes, I believe that growth will continue, and I predict that large-cap tech will be up 25% by 2025. With Condona, the FTC nightmare, whether it's Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, is over for tech, so I believe that M&A, software, and cybersecurity haven't been on the radar. As far as software and cybersecurity are concerned, I believe that this AI cycle will be driven mostly by increased M&A activity in these areas. And in particular, I think that one of the fields that has the potential to be one of the largest outperformers in the future is cybersecurity. This week, I was joined by another tech analyst who made the same statement. Cybersecurity will be the main focus of 2025. I'd like to finish on Tesla. The main point of contention between Elon Musk and Laura Loomer, a far-right activist who has been linked to President-elect Trump over the course of the night, was H-1B visas. However, this person also asserts that Musk isn't NAGA despite his strong relationship with President-elect Trump. Do you genuinely believe that there is a chance that he may lose the closeness to power that you describe as one of the greatest opportunities in history. I mean, it's a wager for the future. Since I believe that Trump needs Musk and Musk needs Trump, I believe that and we will continue to have these disputes, whether they are related to AI, China, or some of the DAG regulations. I believe that this will continue to unfold as a soap drama involving Musk and Trump. However, that will only get stronger, and for Musk, it remains his finest wager on Trump to date, or doing the work you see. As far as the AI supply chain is concerned, we're seeing strength not only through December, but also what I think will end up being a record year for Apple, with 240 million iPhones sold. And for that reason, you see, this is going to be a multi-year AI-driven supercycle. As a result, the spies hit 3 trillion to 4 trillion. The haters despised 2 trillion, and the haters will be shouting from the top of the mountains. In your note, you estimate that 300 million iPhones worldwide had not been upgraded in more than 4 years. Therefore, do you believe that this cycle of upgrades will be driven by a need for a new phone? Or is it Apple's beginning to offer AI capabilities? I estimate that 60 to 70% of it is. That's a pent-up upgrade cycle now that you've reached it. For Apple, it's truly unparalleled. However, keep in mind that the install base has grown by 200 million even in recent years. The AI-driven piece is only getting started, but the install base remains Cupertino's golden goose. We think Cupertino is the epicenter of the consumer AI revolution, which is why it's a get-out-the-popcorn moment. And I believe that's why the bears will discuss valuation, just like they have done with Apple for years. It focuses on certain aspects and how AI enhances the narrative. Our estimate is between $30 and $40 per share. However, given how much of it is now driven by software upgrades, how challenging would the next upgrade cycle be? Not much has changed in terms of the hardware. That's in the iPhone 17, I believe. Once more, that's what we'll be witnessing later this year and into 2025. That will be a new form factor that is mostly powered by AI and will be hardware-driven. This makes it nearly a 1-2 punch minus 16 into 17. The enhanced services are what distinguish this, and in the end, hundreds of apps are currently being developed that will be able to access Apple Intelligence. The godfather of AI is the enterprise AI revolution, which includes Jensen and NVIDIA. Cupertino is at the forefront of the consumer AI revolution, which is why I believe we may see 4 trillion by today or Monday. China is one prospective place that could be challenging. Given that Apple must collaborate with a local business to launch all of this, how do you feel about China? You see, Cook is 90% CEO and 10% politician, and nobody gets it. In 2025, he may need to be 10% more diplomatic, and even 30% or 70% more. The point is that, in order to succeed in China, he and Musk had to overcome this obstacle. However, what I adore about the cycle is that it is likely to be launched in April 2025 with a Chinese partner. Therefore, the China upgrade cycle in terms of AI entering China takes place in April, and this is only the start of a multi-year AI cycle that will be implemented by Apple. In your note, you also discussed Paler and Salesforce. Mark Benioff told me that this new version of Agent Force is the most exciting thing he has ever worked on in his career when I recently chatted with him about it. Is that the reason you're so thrilled about this in Condex as well? Benioff, Mount Rushmore of technology, huh? Additionally, it speaks to RBU. Benioff wants to be on the list behind the velvet ropes for this AI party, which starts at 1 p.m. and ends at 4 o'clock a.m. He's on the dance floor now, son. From a use case standpoint, software is introduced and is currently on the dance floor. It's AI Pounders Messy.